everybody, welcome back to the art community. It's your girl Ariel, and I'm here with my co-host Chris.
Hey.
Woo-hoo. I don't know why I just
Hey, it's all good. Hey, this...
That was so corny. Today we are having a conversation with the lovely Kiera. She is an actress, and I'm gonna go ahead and let her introduce herself. Go ahead and tell the people who you are and drop your titles.
All right. So thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
first of all.
of course.
My name is Kiera Guess. I'm an actress and originally born in New York. So, I come from the theater background, right, and raised in Atlanta.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like,
What borough you repping?
I'm repping Queens.
Hey. Queens get the money, right?
Queens get the money.
Y'all.
How you know? That's good. You know that, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I started my acting journey maybe about 5 years ago, and I just been going at it ever since. And it hasn't been easy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, I've been taking it day by day and just kind of learning from all of the other creatives I've been around.
Yeah.
So you started in theater. Let's talk about what that journey, like, when did you start and how did that nurture you or impact you?
I started in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, so I started in high school. I went to Reading High School. If anybody knows where Reading is at, it's not.
Okay, Decatur. Is it Decatur?
Decatur, yeah. So I started in Reading, and I started like 11th grade, but it was something that I was always doing. I was always in theater, chorus. I was on a dance team, so I've always just loved that background. And coming from New York, you just always go to Broadways and
right.
42nd Street, seeing the lights and everything. It just makes you want to be a part of that, scene. So it started at Reading. It wasn't a performing arts school,
Right.
but I just knew that was something that I wanted to do. Before I got here, I was nervous. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna talk about.
Yeah.
Just because I'm still growing, like,
right.
so I'm still building up my portfolio, my profile, still figuring out who Kiera is as an actress, as an artist, and things like that. So I was nervous, and then I was just like, God, just give me some peace. And then it was just like, all right, boom. My word for today is just like, well, my saying for today, my mood for today is just to get out your comfort zone. Because if you could just get out of your comfort zone and just go into it, it's a fear that wasn't even there because you're just expecting things, and it's like, yo, you wasn't even scared in the first place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just didn't know what to expect.
Right.
So,
and also to add, like, we've spoken to creatives like these last 2 days, or last day rather, and even some people 10 years in the game still figuring it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you don't have to have the information now, 10 years from now, or maybe even 20 years from now. Because one thing for sure, it's always evolving. So we're always adapting to the change.
Right.
But pursuing being an actress, how was the support system? Like, I say for me, like, I came from Alabama, I came to Georgia, and I went to the Art Institute of Atlanta.
Okay.
My mother was supportive, but she was scared. She was nervous because I was pursuing something new. As far as my household goes, nobody was pursuing anything artsy, so it was kind of like this thing of starving artists. How can you make a living? Because people didn't understand the world. So how was your support system?
It was pretty much the same. Like, it's like 50-50. Like, with my mom and my dad, they will understand me, like, when it comes to, because they'll be like, yo, Kiera, you need to do this. They're so excited. They're telling all their friends and everything, like, yo, my daughter's on this, my daughter. But at the same time, they be like, yo, Kiera, you got to get something stable. And, and I get it, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they don't get it either.
Right.
Because they're just brought up in a whole nother generation. They do things differently.
Right.
And that's understandable. And and I'm like, look, I have something stable too, that they just be like, what about 30, 40 years 10 years from now? They thinking beyond and just like, I'm like, Dad, like, that's not where my mind is at. I'm thinking more optimistic. I know that it's vehicles in this industry, and whether or not I'm gonna be an actress or whatever the case may be, that's what I wanted. That's what's gonna happen.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. But there's so many vehicles in what I want to do. So it doesn't matter what I do, but I'm gonna make it happen though.
Right.
So
Exactly.
So when they asked you to look for something stable, like, so did you go to college? Like, what career path you was going down to kind of ease the conversation?
So when I was at Georgia State, I was going to Georgia State for journalism. And I also went to Fort Valley too. And I was going there for what did I major in? Biology. And it was absolutely nothing that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then you have, my mom is a nurse, and she's like, won't you be a nurse? You can do this. You know how much money
My grandma was a nurse.
Yeah. Like, you know how much money you can make? And I was just like, Ma, that's not what I want to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so you was Fort Valley pursuing biology, and then you graduated, or did you just transfer?
No, so I didn't graduate. So I have like 2 years of school, and I didn't graduate because I wanted to do something else.
So let's talk about Julius Caesar, because that's where, for those that don't know, I was in my last semester at Georgia State, and I was an assistant stage manager, and Kiera was acting in our rendition of Julius Caesar, which I thought Tim's did an incredible job at how he modernized that story.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, were you were a student though at that time?
Yes, I was
Okay.
a student there. Yeah, majoring in theater.
Majoring in theater.
Yeah, I changed my theater. I was. I always listen to that Kanye West song. What is that song again?
I don't know. Help me.
Sophomore 3 years ain't pick a career.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
Right.
But nah. Yeah, so I was a student there, and then I eventually changed to theater.
Right.
And yeah, man, I enjoyed that experience. Everybody on there was so talented and creative, and I actually got acknowledged. I don't know if you remember, but I got acknowledged for like the best performance on there, and it was small.
Yeah. There's no small
No
role.
Right.
Big,
You're right
big,
about
There's
that.
no role.
Big.
There's no
Right.
small roles.
You're right about that.
They say
Right
there are
about that.
small actors, but no small roles.
Let me check myself.
Check yourself.
Right.
Yeah, but I remember my favorites from Julius Caesar was you in September, and
Shout out to September.
you're right. We're gonna get September on the show.
Yeah, I definitely gotta get it.
But tell everybody what you feel the difference in, because I feel like I'm a true thespian, and I've always been like, even though I majored in acting, but I didn't pursue it. I always stayed behind the scenes. But I always said, like, if I'm going to pursue acting, which nobody hold this, to me. I'm just using this as an example. I don't need the streets out here like Aaron. But if I was, I'm like, I would probably just do theater. How do you feel about what is your love between theater and film? Like, how do the two kind of like hit for you? What's the difference there?
I think theater is like my first love, and I kind of like got introduced to film maybe like five years ago in theater, and like even when I started to do film, I was such like a theater kid, so I would project, and they used to be like, "Hey, Kiera, you gotta calm it down just a little bit. It's no audience right here, baby girl. This is camera straight on your face." So I had to like relearn a lot of things. And, go to like classes and stuff like that. So Yeah, I had to unlearn
Yeah.
as a thespian
Yeah.
and kind of figure out the difference between the film and being on stage.
Yeah.
And I eventually figured it out.
Yeah.
And kind of know how to like turn it on and turn it off. So yeah.
And will you be doing film more than theater moving forward, or is it just kind of like as opportunities come, you might kind of keep it balanced? Like I know like Denzel and Viola, like I know they still do theater even though they have big film, but they started out in theater and then, you know, they still do theater. Do you think you will be one of the ones that just kind of shift and just do film, or will you like go back and forth?
I think I'm gonna go back and forth. I've been getting like auditions for like theater.
Okay.
So I'm like, that's what I want more of.
Right.
I want more auditions to do theater. But you know, I love film too.
Yeah.
I got a love for film too.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'll keep the balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always just ask that because it's always interesting. Like some people are just like strictly film, and some are strictly theater, and some teeter between the two.
I believe you really gain your real strength on the stage.
Yes,
Most
hands down.
Yeah, hands down on the stage. If you want to be a true actor, a strong actor, I think that you should definitely
I told
do
that
theater for sure.
I told that to people that I talk to who always tells me that they want to be an actor, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you should get into theater. How about you? You know, and then they start looking at me like, nah, like I don't want to. And I'm just like, let me tell you something. Theater training is kind of like some of the best acting training that you can get, because then if you can really act on the stage, you can conquer in front of the camera.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
Let's transition now to independent filmmaking. So it don't have to be a first role, but a first role, like something you feel comfortable talking about as far as what have you learned as far as the independent filmmaking world, just being on set, working with crew, like just tell me about your whole experience being in Atlanta working.
Well, my first real professional experience with independent filmmaking was in August.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It was in August. It's with the movie is called Antoine. It's on Tubi.
Yep.
It was directed and written by Fool with the Camera. Eventually, I mean, before he came from like a music background. He was tired of doing the same things, and he wanted to switch it up. And now he wants to tell stories.
Right.
He's originally from DC. The story is a true story told. And when I was on set, I just noticed that it really take a village. Like it takes a lot of people to make a movie for real. Like and the support too. And just I enjoy the family and the new people that I met, the networking, the responses that came from the movie. It takes hard work, and you really have to believe in yourself and the people that around you as well.
Yeah, like I mean that's one we met on the independent project.
Yeah, we did.
And it takes a lot of labor of love, a lot of switching roles, even just sometimes the actors or actresses step in and help out doing different things.
Yeah.
It takes a lot. Like it is, you know what I mean? It is. I was going to switch on to how Tubi changed the game, but
man, what?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like
Tubi did change the game.
Tubi opened the door. It was an outlet. Now put your stuff on the streaming platform. Not only with independent filmmakers, but other movies on there. So now you're getting seen with other movies, and I think that's it's a plus.
Yeah, it's a great outlet.
Yeah.
It's an amazing outlet. Man, I was actually on another project too on there too. It's called Drafted Origins. It was based on
that too.
Y'all watch that too?
We watched Antoine and Drafted.
But yeah, man, it's a way. It's an outlet for creatives now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It makes you want to go hard because this industry is a hustle. So you got to keep putting the content out for people to know who you are.
Yeah.
And when you want to do great stories and you want people to learn from it, it's just like you gotta put the work in.
Yeah.
Right.
You really do.
Are there certain, with Netflix and other platforms, like there are certain camera requirements and certain whatever, you gotta shoot in certain specs? Is Tubi more of a free form? Like, if you got a project, they accept anything, or do you know?
Well, when I was speaking to Fool about it, he did tell me like it was a process.
Yeah.
Because he was waiting on the response for Tubi for them to put it on there.
Yeah.
And and then you have like Prime Video. I think he put it on Prime Video first.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
And that was more of an easier way to get it on there. But then he was like, I'm gonna put it on Tubi.
Yeah.
Just because. But that it was definitely a process for them to put it on there.
Okay.
Yep.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But y'all got something cooking up?
Listen, what? Well, let me.
Y'all want to talk about it in there right now?
No, I mean, listen. I'm gonna say I'll just keep mine short and sweet. I definitely my last 3 to 5 years definitely helped majorly in the independent helping out. I do say I finally hit like a little pause button.
Okay.
And that's one thing. Even with these other people we interview, even. What's his name? Food, the director. What's his name?
Food with the camera.
Food with the camera. Like,
yeah.
As a creative, that you reach a point where you like, hold up. You just take a break or breathe. You assess. And I think for me, I took a step back and I said, for me, it wasn't projects that I wrote and stuff like that. I was more so because I like helping people.
Right.
But also I realized I'm helping people, but not doing stuff with things I want to do. So, and I decided I want to approach the game differently. So I said, let me author my way into the game. Like I'm actually writing a series and turn into an Audible, and I'm gonna cook it up that way.
Nice. Okay.
So like I kind of just took a pause because I will say for me, like I tell Eric, I got burnt out.
Yeah.
The hustle will kind of just weigh heavy on you because it is a lot of work, especially you have a lot of hands.
Yeah.
And then, like, if you're shooting on, it could be anything simple where you just trying to shoot a scene and depending on location, a plane keeps flying by, so y'all got to pause. Construction work right here.
Yeah.
You like, oh, here comes an 18-wheeler. Damn, like, do you want to roll? Like, and I want that good audio, so I'm like, yo, we got to break. And now the rain is coming. The rain is coming. So now everybody's trying. Yo, man, I just got so. And now it's 3 a.m.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're like, I seen the sun come up in there. Yo, I'm just like, Lord have mercy. I'm like, yo, I got burned out.
Yeah.
So I had to reassess and say, I'm going to approach it differently. You know what I mean? Because I still want to put mine out, but I don't want to get the crew together and all that.
And you're not ready.
I ain't ready. I ain't ready.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't ready. Nah.
Yeah. I feel that the same thing happens to me because it's just like not only the work that you have to put into it, your projects, it's also life that just
Life be life. Life
Man,
on life.
life is on life.
All the time.
All the time. And you just have to know how to balance that out. You have to know how to get your mind right.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the time that you do take that break, that's supposed to be the time that you're supposed to be growing. You know what I'm saying? So not just like just sitting there, not doing anything. Like you literally have to grow. Me, I'm going to the Bible. I'm going straight to the scriptures, seeing how they handle certain situations, and that's gonna help me. Get my mind right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And just actually just working out is another one.
I do too. Yeah, that's another.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my big thing.
Look, I'm just now getting in the workout business.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
I'm gonna get back
It's
there
hard
one day.
now. Hey, look, Ari, mean you can do it together.
Listen,
look.
okay.
Yeah, because I love classes more, and the reason I like when I train my coach is like working out ain't just a physical thing. Like working out, it's like whether you know it or not, it builds the mind.
It does.
to overcome obstacles. You know what I mean? Like because it's some people who really love the gym, but working out is work. You know what I mean? But it also prepares you, like, especially you got a good team. That's why I like going to classes. You got people pushing you. That's what life does. It's like help you overcome it. Somebody pushing you, and you can get to that next level. So that's why I enjoy it. I do want to pivot as far as the community of actors and actresses, producers, directors, everybody in Atlanta. From your personal opinion, do you feel like that's a nice community, a nice hub where people pulling from one another, helping one another, stepping in? Like, do you feel that we have a nice community here in Atlanta?
Absolutely. I think we really do. You just have to just know the right people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I lived in Los Angeles for 3 years.
Oh, tell us about that.
Yeah, I was in Los Angeles. First of all, I got to Los Angeles when the pandemic happened.
Oh, wow. Man.
Oh, it was so bad.
Yeah.
It strengthened me a lot. I don't regret it at all. I learned a lot. I learned about myself a lot. I learned how to manage money because it's so damn expensive out there.
Listen.
And you know, so LA, I wasn't as consistent just because I was more focused on life, money,
surviving.
Surviving, right? And I did some projects out there. I actually did. I have my own project that I didn't even put out yet.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Is it done? Is it edited?
It's done. First of all, it's done and it's edited, and I still haven't put it out. Yes, me and my homegirl Shan Moreno. She's also an amazing actress as well. But yeah, it's done and edited. We put our money and blood, sweat, and tears into this movie.
Yeah.
And we didn't put it out just because, woo.
Yeah.
Just like FYI, just some advice.
Talk to me.
Just put it out. Whatever it is, put it out. I mean, of course, strategize, analyze it, make sure it's the right thing, but don't keep putting it on the back burner. Like
you still got time to
man,
put
people
it out
be
there.
I know. Yeah. I know, man. Look, no, we still gonna put it out. Okay. It's just a matter of just us coming together and just kind of like putting it out there. But yeah, LA was cool, but it doesn't give that sense of security as much as I feel out here in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's, my people is out here. So yeah. It feels good. You know, your people understand where you're coming from. Yeah. And it feels good when you're around the creatives that look like you.
Yeah, I feel that.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Tell us about Antoine. Tell us about what if that was your first film role.
Right.
Tell us about what that process was like for you. How did you, what was your methods and techniques and things that help you get into your role for that?
So for Antoine, I played a supporting actress to Antoine, who was my boyfriend in the film, a love interest, and my name was Mia, and for that particular,
I was thinking about was that in the movie? Keep on.
What you thinking about? Nia Long?
No, I was about to say Mia because I was thinking about the black movie. I think it was either The Wood or
we think it was The Wood,
or no, it was a Thin Line Between Love and Hate. It was Mia.
Yeah. Mia. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I remember Mia.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thin Line Between Love and Hate. That's one of the ones right there.
Yeah, that was a good one.
One of them ones. But, with Mia, the character, I have a little brother, and he's a little hard-headed sometimes.
Yeah.
And so I already have like those motherly instincts. And Antoine was pretty much going through just trying to survive. His mom passed away and he didn't have nowhere else to go but the streets. Yeah. That's what he thought. If he would have just stepped out of the box, if he would have just listened to the two women who was kind of like his rock. And he let the distractions overpower the village that he already had. He couldn't even see the things, the positive things that he had, just because he just overcame the negative in his life. And I can relate to so much of that just because my little brother, you know, with these new kids,
Yeah.
man, they be going through it.
Yeah.
And you know, I be having to talk to my brother a lot about everything, women, money, jobs. And it's just a constant reminder for him all the time for me. So I took that with me as my role for Mia. But
Right.
because I'm even though I'm always hard on my brother, I'm nurturing too as well. So it's like a what do they call it? What is that? What is that? Love hard, I guess.
A tough love.
Tough love.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to give Antoine that tough love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Two things I want to add. First of all, how long did it take y'all to film that project? And number two, I saw old dude from The Wire in there. My man's from The Wire. Yeah.
My boy, Trey Chaney.
How did he get y'all somebody knew him or like what's the
So okay, what was the first thing that you said?
Okay, how long did it take you to film the movie Antoine?
Right. It took us maybe about like 3 weeks.
Okay.
It wasn't that long, but it could have been shorter than that. It just was like a lot of things that we had to fix. But yeah, shout out to Trey Chaney. He was on The Wire.
Yeah.
And
he's in BMF.
He's in BMF. He's in so many projects, man. I'm very, very proud of him, and I'm honored that I got to meet him too.
Yeah, the other man from The Wire, light skinned dude, he was young in The Wire, but
JD,
he's in BMF. It's like them two and another actress, Erica Alexandra, I think it's from Living Single. Like she got like a real resurgence. Like she been in a lot of movies.
She been doing a thing. Yeah. She was also on Wu-Tang too, right? Ooh, was that on Wu-Tang?
Oh, I think so. I think she was in Wu-Tang.
Yeah,
the series.
Yeah, the series.
I got
Google. Yeah, please, let's Google.
Yeah, but she was also in the other movie that I watched. That won those up for an award. Anyway, but yeah, she's like I love seeing people that we grew up.
Yes, man, it
iconic
feels so
roles
good. Yeah,
see them still acting. You know what I mean? Because for a lot of these people we name, we haven't seen them in a long time. And you know, I mean, outside looking at, we know the industry kind of. You know, you in it, and then they find somebody new, and it's good to see people that's been in for a while still getting opportunities and thriving as well. So that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, she was in it.
She was in it.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
Good. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But well, as far as Trey Chaney, I'm not sure if he's from DC, but he's from that DMV area, and also Fool with the Camera. He's from DC, so. He just kind of keeping all the DC family together, which I respect that, man. That's what's up. And I think they kind of just knew each other based on, you know, being from where they from. Yeah, he respect just a young guy just like doing his thing. And they also have a new movie coming out. It's called Hidden Lies. I'm not in that one, but I'll be in the next. He's working on something else too.
Wow.
So yeah, he's working on a series, I think. I don't want to tell his business.
I respect.
But the what am I trying to say? Like the when I'm trying to give to the audience is that, you know, just keep working. Just keep going. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm honored. I was honored to really work with him. Like,
when I saw him, like, he always give me a glance. Hey. yeah.
My boy, like if you know, you know. Like The Wire. Like I just was speaking to someone about when HBO was on fire.
Yeah, HBO had a run.
HBO really had a run
with documentaries, series. I mean, they had a nice. I mean, they had a run. They Max now, right? And it's Max. Anyway,
yeah, HBO Max.
I mean, but
like
HBO
had the eyes on it.
Yeah, HBO had a nice.
Wasn't even supposed to be watching that. No. Wasn't even supposed to be watching that.
HBO.
But man, that HBO had a run.
Yeah. As an actress, what kind of roles or stories like do you really like want to tell? Like what kind of roles can you really see yourself doing more of?
I always say, someone asked me this question the other day, and I told them horror and like science fiction type of
Yeah.
movie.
Okay.
And we'll get to the science. We got,
Right.
yeah. But the horror, okay.
But what I love about those, or just like movies, period, is just because you can broaden your imagination. Like, and I just feel like with me, like, as I'm writing this script that I'm doing right now, it's like I'm kind of like getting back to like a child space. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's when I have more of an imagination.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to unlock that now as I'm, you know, writing my story that I'm trying to put out now. That I'm going to put out. I'm not gonna say trying to.
I will.
That I'm going. I will. Yeah.
And is that in the horror or sci-fi realm?
No, it's actually more biblical.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are the stories that I want to tell. Just more in the modern day film.
Okay.
But yeah.
So I guess you grew up in the church, like church kid.
Somewhat. Yeah. My grandma, you know, she's a pastor, and my dad, he's a deacon. So I grew up with that. But my mother's Muslim, so it's like
I grew up
I grew up with my mom, and then you know, they kind of set me down. Not really set me down. It just was like, yo, but do whatever you want to do. You don't have to go this way or that way. So you know,
what's the name of the other one? I can't.
The Drafted Origins.
Drafted Origins. Sci-fi.
That is a sci-fi.
It was a sci-fi. Yeah.
And it's the writer is his name is Onaji Rouse. I'm gonna mess his last name up. But it started as a comic. It was a comic book for black characters in a comic book.
Wow.
And it's based on a comic book named Odina. And I have to send it to you guys.
Yes, please.
And it's just characters just trying to figure out their new powers basically. And
so is it
navigate it.
gonna be, because I think the way that it ended, it definitely seems like it's gonna be, is it gonna be more series based?
Yes.
Or okay,
so that's what it was. At first it was supposed to be a series.
Okay.
And then when he came out with the movie, I was like, oh, it's a movie. Maybe he's gonna just give him the introduction for it,
right?
And then he's probably gonna go ahead and These are not all facts. This is just something that I'm just assuming. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
But but he says he wants to keep it going.
Yeah.
Like, you know, introduce more characters. I played Patrice. I was a detective, and also a love interest.
Right.
To one of the superheroes in the movie. And
super villain. He's low.
Yeah, he was low key a villain.
He's low key a villain.
Yeah. but yeah, and I would love to see my character's growth. In that series for sure. Yeah.
Did that take? I'm pretty sure that probably took much longer time span to film.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think they was filming Drafted Origins way before, because I did my scene in like August.
Okay.
Yeah, and they was shooting way before then, like January.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have so much content to put out. Yeah, and I can't wait for it, honestly.
Right.
I love anything superhero. What
Yeah,
about
me
you guys?
too.
Like, do you guys?
I love superhero.
Yeah.
Batman, which some people want to like talk about. Batman is more of a vigilante, but
king of all kings.
Batman is my favorite. I don't care. He's superhero to me. He's superhero to me.
Yeah, I grew up more like I haven't watched a lot of superhero movies because I got to a point. Okay, enough is enough. You know, but I definitely grew up watching a lot of X-Men.
Okay, love
X-Men. I was big X-Men. Static Shock.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
okay.
Like, yeah, like all that. Spider-Man.
With Tobey Maguire.
I was more so a Venom. So I was happy when they did Venom.
Okay.
They got a new Venom.
Yeah,
coming.
I know. But but yeah, I was like much younger. I was so into like the superhero stuff. Like I haven't finished yet, but X-Men 92, I was watching it on Disney Plus.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That was one of the classic
Classics,
ones.
yeah, the classic, yeah.
The classic superhero movies,
Very clutch.
very clutch. I mean, now it's like I appreciate the new technology, but like I love the classics.
Yeah.
Man, the classics is amazing.
Yeah.
But I love how now, like, I look forward to the new Joker. Like, I'm loving how they doing the villains and like how they telling
Telling a story. Yeah.
I would be interested to see a new. I feel like it's hard to imagine a new Joker just because Heath Ledger. I mean, you just can't. I can't imagine anybody else being the Joker other than him. So it's like it's hard. I think some actors. I think that's a powerful thing as an actor when you become so much of the character that putting somebody else into that role is like, for some people it's just like I can't even see because he was so impactful in his interpretation of the Joker that is like it's hard to want to accept. It was just like I mean, they're gonna carry the story out, they'll have a new Joker, but it's like some characters is like, can we retire them? Because it's like, can we retire?
Man,
but like he
did a phenomenal.
He did a phenomenal job. I really want to know where he would be now. In his career if he was still with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna geek out for another moment too, because I'm a fan of horror movies.
Okay.
I'm a fan of horror movies. And so one of my favorite classics is the Strangers. That's one of my classics. I
don't know it.
I was a fan of Saw, like 1 and 2. But after that, they started doing too much. But I would say I kind of drifted away a little bit because it has become more demonic, like a lot of spirits, and it's just like I'm over it. Like I think we could find a way to make the man next door scary. You know what I mean? Like, I think we can find creative ways. Everybody don't need to be possessed by something.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So, but that's what you're seeing more. It's like ever since Paranormal Activity, that's been the running thing over years, and it's just been years now, like 10 plus years now. Like all possessed. How many exorcisms we're going to get? Like I'm over it. Yeah.
And I think that like Jordan Peele changed the game with that.
Yeah. You took the words out right out of my mouth because Peele,
you're going back into like a history.
Yeah.
So you telling a story that is real. It's reality. So that's
and then
scarier than anything. You know what I'm saying? But also giving you some wisdom and knowledge on what's going on. I feel like we need more of those.
We do need more of those. I like Jordan Peele.
Get Out changed the game so much that no shade, but you see people copying that style.
Yeah, they definitely. So wait a minute, before we go into I'm getting excited. Did you guys see Them?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
I seen season 2. I didn't see season 1.
Wait.
Okay. Yeah,
I seen season 2.
It's on Prime.
It's on Prime.
I haven't seen Them. In my mind, I went to Us.
Cause that's with my guy from the Shy, right?
The Shy.
Yeah, okay. I seen season 2. I didn't see season 1.
Okay.
I'm thinking about
that's what I mean. Like since Get Out, there has been this thing, and if you know, you know. But that's the influence you have on people. It's just like we talking about movies. That goes same with music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like once you make an impact, it's just like, let me kind of
right.
And it's kind of like, and I know other people knows it too. But I thought Them season 2. I do love the lot of cinematography in Them.
Oh yeah,
the cinematography was on point. But you can see the influence that Get Out had and what it.
Yeah.
And I think with Them, they're going with a more you guys seen American Horror Stories?
Yeah, I love American Horror Stories. Yeah.
So it's like
how editing style is crazy.
Yo,
their editing is just top notch.
It is definitely.
I have a whole list of things I need to catch up on.
Man,
you do.
Yeah, American Horror Story. They are top notch.
Yeah, I think that's what Them is. That they're trying to go with
that.
that
I can
you
see
know,
the
like
fusion.
a different episode.
Yeah.
And like Black Mirror is crazy
Black Mirror.
too.
I love Black
I mean,
Mirror.
the last it's not giving me the excitement that the first one, the very first season gave me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It was. I was excited to see
I've heard that.
older actors, like my guy from the faculty was in one of the
Okay.
episodes.
Yeah,
I've been around a long time. You know what I'm saying? If you know the faculty, we've been around for a long time. Yo. But yeah, like I do. Yeah, I love Black Mirror. It made you just Black Mirror.
Make you think.
Yeah, I would love to just watch an episode for Black Mirror. Just let my
yeah.
mind just go to a whole different arena.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You're writing.
Yes.
Yes. So, because that was going to be one of my questions, but you're already writing, but you see yourself producing a project
Yes.
and making it come to life. And we know you say you did one in LA.
Yes.
Yes. What, from your experience in LA, what you plan on moving forward when creating this one? Like, what have you learned from producing a project back then that you apply to now? Like,
Look at Ariel.
forward?
She said, "Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one."
That's a good one.
Again, like I was saying earlier, like I just need a team.
Yeah.
I need a team. I need a good support system, and just like once you have that, I feel like everything comes together.
Yeah. As creatives, we can't, I tell, like we talk about this all the time. And even the moving forward and knowing that when you can't do it all on your own. And when you're trying to reach a certain goal, you need a support, but you need a team. And the thing with us creatives is like, we know all of these different creatives, and we have to, I think, do better about pulling our resources together to collaborate, you know, with each other. And sometimes it can be like I don't want to ask somebody because I can't pay them, or I can't do X, Y, and Z, or I'm just starting and, you know, whatever. But it's like the worst thing people can say is no.
Yeah,
so,
that's why I was,
you know, so it's like
That's it.
getting a team of people that want to work and see your vision or whatever is.
And I feel like even like when you have a team, right? And let's say the project is finished.
Yeah.
And you got that person that has to edit.
Oh, I was about to take
waiting.
this. Yo, guys cooking.
Yeah.
Yo, I was.
Yeah.
And you waiting weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yo, listen.
That
Yeah.
has a toll on you.
Yeah.
Hey.
And it discourages you so much.
Hey.
Yeah. But it's also, I think we have to also be, it's like when being selective about who we're getting to, because
I agree.
I mean, and sometimes you don't know in the moment until you know, like, okay, you see somebody is playing around with you,
Right.
or whatever. But it's like when we learn and that communicating with that like with people and being intentional about like who we are also working with, because some people will play in your face.
Man.
And we'll have you, you know, like you said, have you discouraged and, you know, and all of that. But I think it's like once you do find your people, and then, because I always see people that are really successful and they keep working with the same people, like, you know, they keep the same team of people working because they found what works for them, and everybody knows their part and does their part
all strong
and
in their
wants
areas.
to, you know, So
I would say my best advice to you. I told this person this many years ago. Because soon as you start saying that, my voice came when I was saying the same thing to them. It's good to have a team, but good thing you're doing is you're writing your own stuff too. Now you don't have to wait for nobody trying to give you a role. That's a good thing. Also, learn how to edit. Because I'm going to say this. Definitely hand it off. But once you see the games happen, now you be like, you know what? Don't worry about it. I will edit myself. Because sometimes not only will they wait so long to give you the project, but if they don't feel like doing it after a while, they may select the takes that's not even a good take.
Yeah.
They'll just, I'm gonna just grab this one. I ain't even finna go through. I'm just about to grab this one and just get this done. My best advice, learn how to edit. You don't have to be the amazing editor. Even if you just lay the foundation for the timeline and say, hey, give it to an editor and say, hey, tighten this up. Like whether it's the audio or color grading, but at least they have the foundation. It's edited. I just need you to tighten this up. You'll be so much closer to it being put out. Because trust me, when you said that, that's what happens. I seen it happen to a friend of mine. I seen it happen to somebody else. I said, you gotta learn how to edit.
Oh yeah.
Because you're gonna be on their time.
Yeah.
And editing takes time. And life be happening. And people, unfortunately, sometimes it ain't their priority to get it done. And you be ready to get it done.
That's true.
So yeah.
So thank you.
What? Yo,
listen
to me.
Well, I mean, no, I hear that, but also it's like people also like as like creative people, it's like when you holding people accountable, it's like it shouldn't like it shouldn't be that difficult for editors. I mean, it's like if you're an editor, you chose to be an editor, right?
Yeah,
and you know the work that goes into it. You give it your word, your commitment. I expect you to keep your word.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, and that's why it's like if you because am I finna sit here and edit? I'm not finna edit.
Yeah.
But the person that I reach out to or that I choose to edit, I need to know you're not gonna play in my face because I don't have time. Don't play with. So it's like, yeah, learn how to edit. Chris tried to teach me how to edit. I almost had a nervous breakdown because I was like, I am not doing this. I'm not.
It's a good tool to have.
It's definitely a good tool to have though.
I see exactly.
But it's
exactly
like, but I'm coming, but it's like, but the thing is, because when you're putting projects together, sometimes you just don't have time to sit. You yourself may not have time to sit down and do the editing. And if I'm going to go to an editor, because that's what they do, I need to know you're not going to play in my face. You know?
But, is it different from,
because I always hear
when pay is involved?
Yeah. Like, listen, because I would say this. I promise you, I hear everything Ariel is saying.
Well, see, also in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to pay. Like, I know that.
I've seen people get paid and still drag on a project.
Really?
The person we know, personally got jitted and ain't she paid?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because like I said, it is a different era. Going back to your little brother, it's a different era. I'm from an era. If I say what I mean, I'm gonna stick to it.
What's going on with these editors where it's like this is the point where we get into a conversation and then it gets to the editing part and we start talking about editors and whether they're getting paid or they agree to do something for you. It's like
I don't know.
It's like what is the problem here? Because that to me doesn't make sense.
I know.
It doesn't. It's like that.
Seen it.
Doesn't make sense.
It don't like even different if you say it's pro bono.
Yeah.
But when somebody paying, you think, okay, I'm giving them service. But I seen it.
Because I would rather somebody tell me no and let me keep going on the hunt for an editor who can do it and is not gonna like procrastinate on me or drag it out or whatever. I would rather you tell me no and then I can move on to somebody else who's
interested in
or whatever than for you to accept my project. Because no matter what, if I say I'm gonna do something where I charge you or I do it for free, you're gonna get something good from me or whatever. And if it becomes too much, it's like instead of playing in people's face, be honest and say, you know what, this is bigger than what I thought. I'm gonna give you what I already did, and whatever. But
it's different.
It's like where are the editors? I think we need to find an editor to get on to the show so we can have this conversation. Editors to be playing in people's face like that. When we get to a conversation, then it's always like the editing, and then everything is like dum dum dum.
It is like I don't know why I can't speak for it because I have a certain level of just like not only just doing a transaction, but I just live by my word. You know what I mean? But I just know that method of thinking, like the terminology, my mindset. I'm part of a different generation. The generation is changing. Not saying there ain't people still standing on that, but like I know plenty of examples where there are horror stories with editors.
Yeah,
they just do. They just want the money, but they don't want to do the work.
That's insane.
Sad. So
I think it's really the process that comes with it.
Yeah, but it's
they
like
might be having so much on their plate.
yeah. But it's like
We're not giving no excuse.
No, because it's
you
like
just
when
say you just don't do it.
because
Yeah,
it's
don't do
just
it.
easier to say, you know what, I can't do it right now.
Yeah, you're right.
Than to accept something, because if you accept it, I expect you to do it.
Right. I get it.
Because the same is vice versa. If you expected me to pay you, I expect you to get the job done.
Sad.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
But that's my food for thought. That's just that's be my advice I'll share. But but yeah, you take it as you want. But it's good to know. At least you have in the back of your mind. Even if I hope you don't have to do it. It's just one less thing you have to worry about. But know that I can do this.
You can do it.
I can do it. Yeah.
And I'm in broadcast now too.
Yeah.
That's why
Oh,
I
that's-
work in
yeah.
broadcast. So
Mm.
that's
Okay.
the crazy part. So that you said like, do your own editing.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do all day.
Oh, let's talk about your work. Hell.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
It is. So yeah, I'm start putting matters in my own hands.
Nice.
So what do you do in broadcasting?
yeah.
I mean,
So I edit the live games, the live sports games, all
Oh,
commercials.
damn, where?
It's a AT&T Sports.
Okay.
AT&T Sports Live.
Hold on.
What? Oh gosh, what?
Chris does work for sports things.
Well, hold on.
Wait,
well,
where you-
well, that's what. Where you at?
I'm in Tucker.
Okay. Well, no, I'm at Encompass Digital.
That's what you work for?
Where you at?
I'm off Pleasantdale Road.
Are you, so what's the name of it? Did
I
you
think
just
it's
say it?
Encompass Digital.
That's where you're at?
Yes.
That's what I'm at.
And
The plot thickens.
that's wild.
No.
We got you. Yeah,
like-
we
You're
got
okay,
you.
we're okay.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Keep it pumped down.
Y'all knew each other. That's wild.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
So what? Okay, so now
Oh, yo,
This is-
the plot
well,
thickens.
The first time on the Art
That's
Community
good.
History.
Yo, so let me tell you where I'm at. And first of all, this is super funny. You probably heard us on the intercoms. We're Brand Brigade. You ever heard Brand Brigade jumping on doing digital advertisement for live? So it's kind of slow this season because we do it for baseball, basketball, and we also do it for hockey.
Okay.
Yeah. So for live sporting events, like some of the teams we had was like I did a lot of Dallas Stars. So the virtual ad would go on the left goal and the right goal, and so yeah. You pull up, dial the call,
That's so-
on the call, yeah.
Y'all co-workers.
We all
yeah.
and didn't even see each other.
Because we off in the cut anyway. Like we go through our little door and just dip off.
Yeah.
In our own little base area room. Yeah.
It'd be freezing in there too.
No, we definitely trying to hit that. Try to hit that thermostat, but yo, get it. But it definitely they keep it cool in there for sure.
Yeah.
You gotta bring a jacket
This
at
is
all times.
Well, I'm so
wild.
glad I was
Yeah.
able to meet my coworker today.
Yeah. You get punked.
Oh my God.
That's what's
Yeah.
up.
Like, how long you been there?
I've been there for like a year or two.
Okay.
But what's crazy was when Antoine was about to premiere. You guys, why was I at flight attendant school?
Wow.
Not even doing what I want to do. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I was already in broadcast.
Yeah.
The flight attendant people called me. They like, hey, you want to come to Dallas for 6 months? So me not being still,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I'm just moving, not
Yeah.
listening, just going with, just going. I missed my whole premiere. I was in flight attendant school. I got convicted so bad, y'all. First of all, like I graduated. I worked I worked as a flight attendant for a month. And then I called them people. I was like, listen, my last day
That's
Wow.
is a wrap.
I thought about
Yeah.
doing flight attendant, but then I started YouTube because every time I think about I want to do something, I go to YouTube University.
I like that.
And
Yeah, I see,
and when I was listening, I was like, I don't know if this is for me. I don't think this is for me.
That was me not being obedient.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I wasn't being
Yeah.
obedient, and I just was going. Like, girl, you just going in for the benefits.
Yeah.
You just want to fly.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
not what you really.
See, I didn't even
about.
really want to fly because I actually hate flying. So, but in my mind, I was like, well, I could travel.
Yeah.
I could make some money. And people would be like, oh, it's flexible or whatever. And then, but people on YouTube University was like, I don't know why people say that it's flexible or
It's not.
It's not.
flexible. Nah, it's not
It's
That's
flexible.
what I
not.
realized. I was like, oh, well, maybe I can.
Nah, you
do
always
this
on
in
call.
acting. You always on call.
Yeah.
And that was crazy for me. I was like, oh yeah, no, this is.
Yeah.
What am I doing? Why?
That's
why?
that type of opportunity you do when you're fresh out of college or fresh out of high school. You kind of get the bugs out. I think like for me, I went to college straight. Like I thought about like I went to school. And I just like spending time with people. Like it's just different stage of my life. But the funny thing is, you at Encompass is crazy. Yo,
Why you still on Encompass?
yo, because I'm just like, oh man, the plot thickens.
Man, yo, that is crazy.
Yeah. We jump on
But
that.
yeah, man, I love Encompass, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think
it's cool.
Yeah, I think my friend like D, he works with Brand Brigade. He works on the AT&T side, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, cause hold on. Hold on. Are you on the left side or the west wing or the east wing? Like,
I think I'm on the west.
okay, and you consider is that when you walk in?
I feel like the east wing is like Bally's.
That's why you don't see me because I'm on that side.
You on that side?
Wait, hold on. Oh, I think the plot thickens even more. Yo, I think I was there.
When?
I was doing the Houston Astros game. I think D was there, and I think y'all
What's
was
his name?
I don't know. Is it
Does he have
locks?
Yeah.
I'm weak.
And as you was leaving, y'all was making jokes like he said, y'all gonna bring me something to eat or something like. And who knew that the lines would cross paths,
Right.
just like
Fate.
that.
That's God.
That's God.
I was right there in that moment. I happened even looking because me and D was talking about LeBron James, and I think you was getting ready to leave.
So you was on the back, like you was.
I was now you good. I was yeah, because like as soon as you come in, we was to the left,
Right.
So I just went straight over there. And I think they moved us to a private room, whatever. But yeah, that's the reason why. You know what? Great answer because it really is called the Bally Side. I'm hardly over there because I mainly do the stuff on Bally Side, like the Brand Brigade stuff on the Bally Side. So
Gotcha.
that's why. Only like D, another guy named Emmanuel, he be over there, and another guy, they be on the AT&T side like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's the hub
Yeah.
that I'm in.
Yeah, wow.
That is co-workers.
Wow.
We whole co-workers.
That's
out
crazy.
here.
That's so crazy.
That's insane.
That's so crazy.
Oh, man, that's crazy. That camera crew, yo, the cameras in here would have been insane.
Right, exactly. I'm telling you, that's why we need.
Yo, that's
Yeah,
mind
man.
blowing.
When y'all gonna implement?
Yo,
the
we
cameras?
are. Don't get her started. Do not get her
Listen,
started. Do not.
This is something
get her
that
started.
I totally want to do, and
I mean-
you know,
we gotta
he's
have
on.
some visuals in here, man.
Shake my hand. She's shaking
I
my
mean,
hand.
yeah,
if
we
have
do.
the camera.
My
You know
hand
what?
a little oily, but
Yeah, it's okay.
I will say this.
Listen.
I think I do agree. Erin makes a lot of great points, and that's a great point. I think I did slow it up doing the visuals because I think that was in the time period of me being burnt out, and it just like I just kind of want to just.
He heard visuals and
I just shut down.
And
like
he
a
shut down, but I'm like, Chris, you won't be doing the visuals, okay? We're gonna get somebody,
Yeah.
but we are here. Visuals have to happen.
And
I'd be like,
I don't think people understand it.
I'd be like-
I'm like, yo, you working where? Oh shit.
yeah. No,
Yeah,
you won't be doing. You won't be in charge of visuals.
Okay.
We gonna have somebody. He heard me say I want visuals, and
And
he was,
my heart jumped.
and I'm like,
Yo, my heart jumped. Yeah. But that's
Don't get scared of the visuals, man.
Man, I ain't scared. Nah, I
The
just.
visuals is powerful.
Yeah.
That's
No,
like-
visuals
they
definitely
are.
powerful. Like I said,
it. I tell him that I need, because also like for my, I'm a visual person,
Yeah.
so I gotta give the streets what I know that I need from something.
Yeah.
And I like to, there are people that are gonna that are audio basing. They can just listen. They don't have to watch. But then I need something for my visual people to be able to see. But see us, like, there are moments that happen here that, you can hear the impact. But it's like, I know how important the visuals are to see. Like, we had a brother earlier who kind of got emotional, and I was just like, I wish people could see that. Yeah. I wish people could see that. So we gonna get it.
It's gonna happen. Probably season 3. What's season 3?
Okay.
This season 2 is over. This
season 2. No, but season 3 is coming up because that means next year.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. If we had a
I'm so happy
y'all.
you said that. Yeah. See, that was the confirmation that I needed for him to hear. Yeah. So with that being said,
if y'all didn't know, to drift, the world is small. The world is small. The community, you just never know. Okay. But yeah. So I guess we lead into, as we digress, talk about your future plans in the world of just art. I don't want to limit you to just being an actress and a writer, and because we are multi-layered. Who knows? You might want to get into painting. Like, we've seen people, like, especially this last day or two, who talk about how they shifted and get into different things. Like, Jason Sweet. Yeah. He was teaching, and now he's into film. He's been teaching for years, and now he's into film. So, like I said, I don't want to put too much pressure on, like, 10 years and all that, because that I don't want to know exactly. But
I can't even think about next week.
Yeah, but, like, what do you kind of feel in your heart where you would like for your artistry to go?
You know what? Documentaries.
Ooh.
We gonna talk when
we
this
gonna
over.
talk. Yo, like, what's your?
I never tell people I really want to do I love documentaries. I love documentaries.
I did a horrible documentary. We talked about that earlier, but we gonna get into my documentary. Yo, you have to listen to the episode. Did a horrible job. But some of my favorite people who do great documentaries, HBO. One of my favorites is 30 for 30.
Okay.
I love 30 for 30. Who else do another good documentary?
Netflix always has good documentaries.
Netflix got some good ones.
Netflix always got the good. I like the food documentaries. I love, like, I always send Chris the documentaries, but it's always about the food, like Live to 100.
Yeah, I've watched that. Okay.
Yeah, I like the salt, fat, acid, and heat.
Yeah.
Well, it's good wisdom though, because we don't be knowing about. We just be some. Some of us just be because it's. We be doing so many other things
high on
that
the
we don't think about our health.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of health, I want to say, I don't remember his name, but rest in peace to the guy who did Super Size Me. He passed away a couple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was, that's amazing. That was a big documentary.
Yeah, it was. I remember when I tell you I stopped eating at McDonald's, I saw Super Size Me.
He impacted.
And I was like,
he changed the game. They got
never looked at
Super
McDonald's.
Size got off the menu because of him. Because his impact, like how his movie impacted.
Yeah.
They just like,
because it was exposing.
Exposed the game.
Because it was like our food industry is killing us.
It
really is.
Yeah, but I love documentaries too.
Yeah.
I love documentaries because they're so raw.
Yeah. And in the history ones, like, even because I love food so much, I love to cook. So food is important. But I also like High on the Hog.
I saw that season 1, season 2. Yeah,
okay,
I like
I didn't see that.
That's good. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on Netflix.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love a good documentary.
All right. Yeah, but I want to get into that.
All right, we're going to talk.
Yeah.
We're going to have to get together, y'all.
Yes.
Yeah, we already in the same building. Yeah. Yo, that shit is great.
And that's still on that.
Yo, I'm still.
In the purpose of the art community, you guys just witnessed or, heard live. It's to bring everybody together.
Exactly.
Connect the dots. Yeah.
We gonna talk.
That's how my memory. I got a crazy memory. Like when my mind just like taking it.
All right. Well, we're gonna close out here. If there's anything else you want to say, a final word, or just let the people know where they can find you, go ahead and drop that little sauce on the mic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I do want to say thank you guys for having me, man. I appreciate you guys. Y'all my family now.
Now,
I mean, you've been my family,
Yeah.
but I just haven't seen you in a long
It's
time.
been a minute.
You know what I'm saying? And just to the whole art community out there, just stay consistent in everything that you're doing. And I'm proud of every single one of you. And I love you guys. You can find me on Kiera Guess on Instagram. Everything is Kiera Guess, KeiraGuess.
Hey.
And you know where you can find us at theartcommunity.com. You got our website, Instagram, and YouTube where you can listen and soon one day watch. Chris, go ahead.
Y'all got the giggles. Hey,
So unserious.
yeah. You know where to find me or not to find me. All platforms, High Creative Chris. As I always say, preferably Patreon. So, but High Creative Chris. I love to connect with you there. And yeah, reach out. I might reach back. But nah, feel free. I'll get more active real soon. I enjoyed everybody we had on this show, including you. And I learned a lot. And I want to apply every story to help make me better. So thank you for sharing your story. I'm pretty sure somebody has been enlightened and motivated, because I have.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, another win for the creatives, y'all.
And until next time.
Until next time.
Peace.
Peace.